It's Week 11 of the NFL, where we'll get a look at this team's leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. We can hardly wait for the start of this one. All that and more coming up next.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome to the booth, everyone. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, all set for a good one here. Greg, this is one of those interesting things because you talk to both coaches. They've schemed, plotted all week, and the question becomes, who's got the plan that's going to fit against this other team?
Well, that's always the question, and I think if we really got honest responses from some of these play callers in pregame, I think they're not even quite sure. Everyone goes in feeling really good about the week work. They feel really good about where they are from a game plan perspective. But now, can you adjust? Can you find the elements of that game plan that are best suited for having success in this given game? That's the key.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Coming off a loss last time out, I think the number one goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance. He was okay. Well, okay at the quarterback position is not a winning formula week in and week out in the NFL. They need him to be a difference maker. They need him to be a dynamic playmaker. He's capable of all those things, and if we can get that level of play out of him today, I think they can expect a different result than last week.
They send a receiver in motion left. This one complete right side. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Now he'll run. He is in. Touchdown. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and through. And the visitors will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. And if he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
Back to the air once more on second down. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. 2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. And he does all he can to get away, but they're going to get him right at the line of scrimmage, and it will bring up 4th down.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback, and when they come on 3rd down, that number just goes up.
This is taken at his own 30. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Off he goes. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. Here's 3rd and 2. Try to pick this one up on the ground. Looking for room out on the edge. You're not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, out comes the punter, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense ready for their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They'll try to get the running game going. His 1st carry. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. We'll try and set up the tight end screen. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
We'll try to get this one on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
On comes the punter now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
You hear teams talk about it all the time, Mike. Let's win at the point of attack. And boy, this team here early in the first quarter, they've done just that.
Right back to him on first down. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. Tight end going in motion here. They'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. A big play there on second down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. Motion man is the tight end going right. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
This one intercepted.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
The home team's offense ready to take over once again. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. He'll try the right side this time. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll begin here on the ground. And not a whole lot there, up to about the 25. 2nd down and 8. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And he'll pick up 2, out to the 27. Here comes 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow second reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. He closed that distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with a sack.
The home team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quick throw here is complete. Down the sideline. And he will score for the touchdown. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
The PAT, up and good. And his guys will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. Good return here, brings it up to the 33-yard line. Now a run on 1st down. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Here's 2nd and 6. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Now he'll air one out. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's their punter now, as he's on here to punt this one away. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing now from the gun. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Now a 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. 1st down and more inside the 40. They'll get a new set of downs. It's a gain of 19.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
To the ground, a 1st down run. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, But if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but it still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Quick throw, taken in. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Walker brought in motion. They'll try to run this one in. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3. 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
That is caught side of the end zone for the score.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Following the penalty, they'll run it. He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. They'll throw out of the gun. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
So the last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Checking it down, this one is caught. Great job by this defense. Nowhere near the end zone as we get to 4th and goal. So on 4th down, they'll call out the field goal unit. This one from 39 yards out. No issues there. This one is good. And his guys will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
That's just a lack of contain here by the kickoff team. You have to at least be able to slow him down. But he's able to get a good head of steam going up that right side. And he's finally forced out of bounds, but not until he gets to the other side of midfield.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Tight end, the motion man to the right. They'll go with a counter on 1st down. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And a 1st down.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Receiver in motion, going right. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. Trying to get to the edge. He will not get there. As a matter of fact, he was taken down behind the line. And that brings up 4th down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they'll go with their fullback.
This is a little bit of a tough spot for a play caller, Mike. 4th down, is it close enough that I can run the ball? Is it far enough that I have to risk a pass? That took some courage to call a run play, and fortunate for them, they're able to celebrate after.
And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. They'll stick with him again. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. He'll try to run for it.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive linemen had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the 10. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half of a 3-point game. Greg and I will be right back after this. 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple. So, 4th down, and out comes the field goal unit. This from 30 yards out. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the visitors will tie this game up here late in the 1st half.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
This returnable from the 4. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So now this team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins. 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Thrown left side. The catch is made. Give him 14 on that play. One play, 1 1st down. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Ah, the ball's out. And thankfully for him, one of his teammates able to secure it. No turnover, and they will hold on to the football.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. He'll tuck it and take off. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down. That's over the middle and intercepted. And this defense will take over following the turnover.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're on to you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
This team's offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this pass.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He's going to have that first down, gain of 6, as they convert on third down. Now a give on the ground, and some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Going up top to the goal line and in. Has a touchdown.
It just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. The extra point, up and good. And his guys go up by 7. It is now 17-10. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. On third down, we'll try to get it on the ground. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. They'll turn and hand this one off. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
This fielded inside the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return And that's where his team will get possession of the football. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitting slant there.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the 1st down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the 2nd half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This fielded at about the 9. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. They send the tight end in motion. Got a man left side. It's caught. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone inside the 20-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Here's a toss, right side. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss. He's already been a little reckless with his decision-making up until this point, Mike, and now it almost backfires on him again. He has to do a better job of finding the matchups, finding the space on the field so everything is not a forced ball into these tight windows.
Holding offense.
task now a really tough one. 3rd and very long. He'll go right and find his running back. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. So the move is for the field goal unit here. This from 45 yards away. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the visitors are able to get it back within a score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Right side going to be taken in by Walker.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
This one's going to be taken in over the middle. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll throw out of the gun.
The pass on 1st down. Complete to number 22. A gain of 5 brings up.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Here now, 3rd and 5. And that is incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
This brought in out past the 20. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now, faking the give. He's got it at the 7. And he's going to be taken down.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good. And his guys will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Throwing now on 1st and 10. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the 4th quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He's going to take a shot down the field. And that is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on 4th down.
It's a gain of 10 and a first down.
They'll look to throw again. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw yet again. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. Taking off, he'll try to get there. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. Open man, right side, he's got it. It's a pickup of 12 as they wind up converting on 4th down. Now they'll set up to throw. Now he'll... And he's into the end zone for the touchdown. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Walker brought in motion. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And yes, that'll get it. 1st down, marked at the 30. A good run will keep this drive going. Walker brought in motion. It's 1st down, and they'll run. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards, and that will be a 1st down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago, respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.